I just saw several comments back to back in a row saying that this storm feels biblical. And I have a Bible, so let's try and see what pages we open up to. Please ignore my face. I just got an IPL treatment and it makes it all red before the skin pigment goes away. Anyway, let's get to this. I'm feeling called to read two passages. Nehemiah 6:6 lists of the returned exiles. Then my God put it into my heart to assemble the nobles and officials and the people to be enrolled by genealogy. And I found the book of the genealogy of those who came up at the first, and I found written within it. These were the people of the province who came out of captivity of those exiles whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried into exile. They returned to Jerusalem and Judea, each to his town. They came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah. Okay, I can't say those names. The number of the men of the people of Israel, the sons of Pharaohs, 2172. The sons of Sepatiah, it lists. It's like a list of names and how many people were with them. It's a list of names and how many people were with them. Second passage. Matthew 20:31. A mother's request. Then the mother of the sons of Zebedee came up to him with her sons, and kneeling before him, she asked for something. And he said to her, "What do you want?" She said to him, "Say that these two sons of mine are to sit, one at your right hand and one on your left, in your kingdom." Jesus answered, "You do not know what you are asking. Are you able to drink the cup that I am to drink?" They said to him, "We are able." He said to them, "You will drink my cup, but to sit at my right hand and my left is not mine to grant, but it is for those for whom it has been prepared by my Father." And when the 10 heard it, they were indignant at the two brothers. But Jesus called them to him and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over to them, and their great ones exercise authority over them. It shall not be so among you, but whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be your slave. The first will be last, and the last will be first. Even as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." The one under that is Jesus heals 2 blind men. My prediction was 2 storms colliding, giving birth. I don't know what else to say. I was driving to pick up my son from school, and I kept hearing over and over, "Look at the last line again. Look at the last line again." So I went back and I rewatched the video that I haven't posted yet because I had to leave to come here. The 2 blind men. It's like God is pulling off the blinders from those who still didn't want to see the truth of everything going on in the world, and that the Bible is quite literally playing out live right now. Look at the war, look at the state of the world, look at the weather, look at everything combined. It's like those who didn't want to see it until now will have no other choice before God flips the scripts, and the first will be last and the last will be first. That's what I'm getting with that. I just sat with that for a bunch of time before posting this. The first will be last and the last will be first. God is opening our eyes to something so that people can turn back to him. And God said he would not flood the earth again. In my mind, those pieces point to this not being from God. That part of the video stopped at 555. I did 2 passages. We're missing one of the 5s. Last passage. Luke 22:14, verse 47. Betrayal and arrest of Jesus. While he was still speaking, there came a crowd, and the man called Judas, one of the 12, was leading them. He drew near to Jesus to kiss him. But Jesus said to him, Judas, would you betray the Son of Man with a kiss? And when those who were around him saw what would follow, they said, Lord, shall we strike with the sword? And one of them struck the servant of the high priest and cut off his right ear. We just talked about the right and the left side of sitting with Jesus. But Jesus said, no more of this. And he touched his ear and healed him. And then Jesus said to the chief priests and officers of the temple and elders who had come out against him, have you come out against a robber with swords and clubs? When I was with you day after day in the temple, you did not lay hands on me. But this is your honor and the power of darkness. The next one is Peter denies Jesus, where he's denied 3 times. And then Jesus is mocked, and then Jesus is before the council, and then Jesus before Pilate, and then Jesus before Herod. And then Pilate delivers Jesus to be crucified. Betrayed with a kiss. God is opening our eyes to the betrayal so that you can't not see it. Ask about Hurricane Leslie. First things first, ignore my face. I just got an IPL treatment. It looks really red until the pigment goes away. Okay, now, Hurricane Leslie. What can we know? Please remember, this is all alleged, my opinion, not facts. Health issues. So right away what my mind flashed to with health issues was my other reading, how I said it's 2 things coming together, creating some kind of birth. Health issues would be a trouble during birthing. A trouble during birthing. Alive. Trouble during birthing, but ending up alive could be like the umbilical cord getting stuck, hypothetically. And in my other reading, I got something about this energy of like a top, but there was a string attached to the top, and at the right time, the string is pulled. So the string is pulled, the string is the umbilical cord. If something's pulled away from something else, that could be a sinkhole, that could be a separation of land. Freedom. I just said something pulled away from something else. Freedom. something breaking free from something else, and that creating some kind of birth. If something pulls away, wouldn't that cause like a tsunami type effect, which would be the water avalanche that I was getting in another reading? I said it's not like a tsunami, but it's like a tsunami. So if it was that cause from something falling or breaking away, that would be the avalanche part, right? Caregiver, medical. The heart of Florida. What's the heart of Florida? Hold on one second. Hold on. The heart of Florida, geographic center, would be the town of Brooksville, located in Hernando County. This is considered the heart of Florida from a strictly geographic standpoint. Ready for this? The Central Florida region, the heart of Florida in that region is Orlando. Often called the heart of Florida because it's centrally located and serves as a major hub for tourism, entertainment, and transportation within the state. Orlando is home to Disney World, Universal Studios, and a wide range of attractions, making it a key destination. The Heartland region includes a region known as the Florida Heartland, which is more rural and encompasses counties like Highlands, Okie, I don't know how to say that, Okeechobee. That's the place that everyone keeps saying that there's something water related in that area that could go very bad. I can't remember what it is right now. Hardy, DeSoto, Glades, and Hendry. This place is known for agriculture, land, lakes, and small town charm. 3 different hearts of Florida. Orlando being the heart of Florida and all the talk about that feels significant. Feels like a target point. Allegedly, my opinion, no facts. Government and parental figure in reverse. We can't save you from this. It feels like there's going to be places that you don't expect to be getting hit as hard as they're going to be hit. And almost like North Carolina, I mean, obviously Florida, the entirety of Florida is pretty much under advisory, right? But like, this is like places inland or places unexpected end up getting, I'm hearing the word whopped, and I don't want that to seem like I'm making light of anything, but I keep hearing whopped. What does whopped mean? Hold on. Whopped is an informal verb meaning to hit or strike forcefully. What else do we need to know? Propaganda, fake news. Propaganda, fake news. It kind of came on inside. Never mind. Propaganda, fake news, thief, death. They're not going to be able to be honest about the numbers because the numbers would highlight the betrayal and the failure of those who were supposed to do things to help, to prevent. I'm going to stop there so I don't get in trouble. Okay. Let's see what else comes out. Pattern repetition. You know what I was just shown? 2 symbols coming together and clashing, and then pulling apart and clashing again. Fire science experiment in reverse. Power stations. What can happen if those power stations get whopped? Which means to strike forcefully. Change of plans in reverse. This was the plan. Corruption. School in reverse. Do they know? Do they not? Supplier. I feel like there's going to be some kind of repeat here of a double occurrence. Accident, pain, trapped, a situation forced beyond your control, disaster, demolition, tragic, high anxiety, high pressure, the environment, love of money, job opportunities, group conversations. The way that this is handled after the fact is going to be on purpose. My opinion. I think that Hurricane Leslie is going to have some kind of not seen before effect on Hurricane Milton. 2 more cards. Let's see what we get. 2 more cards. Money in reverse. That's part of the lack of help. Give me something about the storm itself. Distraction. Entertainment purposes only.